I'm curious about the model around,
Mhm.
in the I always relate things back to my experience 'cause that's the only way I know how to do it. But like, is it like a fixed fee? We've got different business models where some things are like you get a fixed margin or you make a per unit margin. Other businesses are like you're taking the commodity risk. If you're a true marketer, it's like you're buying it and then trying to sell it for more. And if prices fluctuate, you got inventory and you're on the hook for that. There's credit involved with a lot of this stuff. So it's like,
Mhm.
you owe people a lot of money. People owe you a lot of money. That's a big complexity. But just like, and then like the commercial terms on these things, how simple or how complicated is it in terms of how the economics work on the
Well, if you're
transport
speaking
side?
to just the
Yep.
fuel hauling, it's really the liability exposure more than anything. The credit we're not worried about. I'm dealing with guys who have a lot more money than me.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not, if I'm going to run out of money before they do. So I feel good about that. Now that theory has been proven wrong because we had one of our customers just went through the biggest bankruptcy, I think, in the entire industry,
Wow.
and they owed us some money, but it wasn't enough, where, I mean, it was not going to damage us. The fuel suppliers, yes, they have a lot more. So say the average load of gas is $30,000. So you bring the load of gas to the retailer, and that retailer now owes you 30,000. But what the fuel supplier does to hedge his bet, all those credit cards that are being accepted at these branded outlets, they're going back into the checking account of the distributor. Okay, so if you can see how that goes, it's even though it's Max's store, all your credit card receipts are going back to Chris, the supplier. So if I sold you a $30,000 load of gas and you took in $25,000 before now and when your bill is due, you owe me 5,000. So we're really able to kind of reduce our as a supplier, you're able to reduce your exposure when selling to retailers. Me as the common carrier, how we do it is we have basically 5 mile buckets. If it's 0 to 5 miles, it's X. If it's 5 to 10 or 6 to 10, it's this. It's 11 to 15, and so on. And so we have a rate. And what I do is I don't do it purely based on miles, which is how most trucking companies do it. Because you could have a store that's 10 miles away. That's let make it easier. Let's say it's 30 miles away, and the location is directly off the interstate. That's a whole lot different than if it's 5 miles down the interstate and then 25 miles off the interstate. Okay. It's going to take me a lot longer. So because I am local, because I know where I'm at, I understand the traffic patterns, I'm going time. Like, how long does it take me to do this? And so you have some of those outliers where somebody goes, hey, it's an interstate or this. And then we put it all together and we say, this is your rate. And whether that customer orders 1 gallon of gas or 8,500 gallons of gas, I bill them the same rate because it costs the same for me to drive my truck 30 miles, whether it's loaded or unloaded. I mean, within a few dollars of fuel savings. So we charge the same. So we are almost exclusively transporting full loads.